A PSTN gateway is a device that connects your PBX to a telephone line, so people can call into the PBX from anywhere in the world. If the appropriate gateway is used, practically any type of line can be connected to the PBX. 3CX phone system includes templates for rapid configuration of gateways with POTS or analog FXO ports, which can handle one simultaneous call over each port, BRI or ISDN2 ports, which can handle two simultaneous calls over each port, PRI T1 or E1 ports, which can handle 23 or 30 simultaneous calls respectively over each port, GSM connections, which are connections to mobile telephony operators, and also a 3CX built software-based gateway to link to Skype accounts. 3CX is an extensive list of affordable supported gateways that can work with practically all PSTN scenarios. It pays you to use a supported gateway, because we have created detailed configuration guides for you, and in some cases even can automatically configure the gateway. We also do all the testing for these gateways so we can guarantee interoperability. Furthermore, our support department is familiar with these devices and can provide you with some assistance to configure the device. It may be possible to configure an unsupported gateway device to work with 3CX using the generic gateway device-based template, but it is not always possible to achieve the desired level of interoperability. To assist users who wish to use an unsupported gateway device, 3CX provides a best effort configuration service. You can request a configuration service by contacting our sales department at sales@3cx.com. To configure a PSTN gateway, select the Add PSTN Gateway menu option and select the model of gateway you want to configure. Next, answer the questions page, which is customized for your gateway and port type, keeping in mind that for some of these questions you will need feedback from your telephony provider. Now, enter the IP address of the gateway and adjust the credentials for each channel for security purposes. The next step is to create a basic outbound rule to deliver calls out of the PBX. Most of the models in the predefined list also contain information to generate a configuration file, which makes configuring the gateway device itself simply a matter of uploading a file to it. And you can get this file available by clicking the Generate Config File button, which becomes visible at the bottom of the summary page. The pattern SmartNode 4114 is a 4-port FXO device, allowing you to connect up to 4 analog telephone lines to each port. This device is an excellent example of a device where the only thing that needs to be done is to upload the config file to the device, fire up the web interface of the device, locate the web page which allows uploading of the file, and after saving the configuration, reboot the device for the new settings to come into effect. If you are configuring a gateway manually, you will need to tell it where to send incoming calls. Typically, you will need to set the IP address of the PBX server. Sometimes, depending on the gateway device, you will also need to specify which virtual extension number to send it to. The next step is to configure the virtual extension numbers and the authentication ID and passwords for each port. For correct interoperation with ports on FXO lines, you should also correctly set call progress tones in the device for your area, for example the dial tone, ringing and reorder tones. Depending on the device, some small additional parameters may need to be adjusted, but the basics are these. DID numbers, MSN numbers are the same from the PBX's perspective, allow you to provide customized routing of calls depending on the number that the external caller dialed to reach the PBX. You can configure the DID numbers for each port on the device by going to the DID tab when editing the gateway and adding the dialed number. Since you will need to match the number exactly, please check with your telecoms provider what format it will deliver the DID number to your gateway. Some providers deliver just the last 3 digits, for example, and some others would give the full number with or without the prefix for the area code. Once you have added the DIDs, simply select the DID number from the sidebar, assign it a name, and decide where to deliver calls received on this number.